All right, thank you guys. Burnley takes on Wolverhampton, and that's going to be a 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff. The Wolves are the $1.20 favorite. Totals 2.5, juice to the under. The draw is plus 225, and if you like Burnley in an upset, they're plus 375 for some money line cash. And following Tuesday morning sports wagering action, I'm 5-1 in my last 6 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell sports picks beginning at just $1.99. We're also 3-2 in our last 5 board member tier package picks as well. For more information about getting access to these premium sports picks, the link for that website is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Burnley's averaging just 0.75 goals per contest in their last 8. They also rank 12th in scoring, while also winning just 14 out of 35 contests on the season. They're taking on a Wolverhampton team who's coming off a 3-0 beatdown over Everton in their last outing. Matter of fact, the Wolves have shut out their opponent in 8 out of their last 11 league matches. They allowed just 0.45 goals per contest on average during that stretch. Now, the Wolves are currently in 6th place in the standings, and they're just 5 points behind 3rd place Chelsea. Wolverhampton has gone 14-8 on the season with 13 draws. They also rank 5th in goals allowed. Very good defensively. And speaking of scoring goals, when it comes to the total in this one, 7 out of the Wolves' last 8 stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, Burnley saw their last 5 straight stay under the 2.5 themselves. 9 out of their last 12 league matches also stayed under that number. Give me the Wolves minus 120 and the under 2.5 in that match. And before we go ahead and move on, wow, the screen looks really bright and foggy. Anyway, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and purslines out for Wednesday's international soccer action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Tuesday morning sports wagering action, we improved to 5-1 in our last 6 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. We're also 3-2 in our last 5 board member tier package selections as well. Now, if you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, the link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And moving on, we're going to dive into some more free content here. And we're actually going to stay right here in the English Premier League. I'm talking about Newcastle taking on Tottenham, 1 p.m. East. Tottenham's the $1.33 fave, totals 2.5, 10-cent juice on both sides there. The draw is plus 260. If you like Newcastle to get the job done here, they're plus 350 for an upset win. Newcastle United's coming off a 2-1 loss to 16th place Watford in their last outing. Mind you, Watford only had 7 wins on the season going into that match. They're also coming off a 5-0 shellacking to Manchester City. Newcastle's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 6 matches, and that includes a 1-1 draw with 19th place Aston Villa. Newcastle ranks 15th in scoring. They're taking on a Tottenham club who's lost just 1 out of their last 7 league matches themselves, and that includes a solid 2-1 victory over Arsenal in their last outing. Tottenham's given up just 0.85 goals per contest in their last 7 league matches as well. The Spurs rank 8th in total goals allowed, along with ranking 6th in scoring. Certainly no problems putting the ball in the net this season. Now, total-wise, 2 out of the Spurs' last 4 got over the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, 5 out of Newcastle's last 6 league matches got over that number themselves. Give me Tottenham winning this one outright in the over 2.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup I have for you, it's going to be an Italian Serie A. I'm talking about Bologna taking on Napoli, 1:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Napoli's the $1.33 favorite, totals 2.5, juice to the over. The draw is plus 270. If you like Bologna to win it, they're plus 350 for an upset. Now, Bologna's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 4. and that includes a 1-1 draw with 11th place Cagliari. They also lost 2-1 to Sassuolo during that short span. Bologna's also been victorious in only 2 out of their last 9 matches, and they rank 13th in total goals allowed. Now, Bologna's garnered themselves outright victories in only 11 out of 32 total contests on the season. They are taking on a Napoli team who hasn't lost in their last 3 straight, and that includes a 2-1 victory over 5th place Rome. They've lost just 1 out of their last 13, holding their opponents scoreless in 4 out of those contests. Now, Napoli's 15-10 on the season with just 6 draws, and that's good for 6th place in the standings and just 2 points behind Roma for 5th place. Napoli also ranks 7th in scoring and 6th in total goals allowed. And when it comes to the scoring in this one, Napoli has seen their last 3 straight get over the total of 2.5 goals. 9 out of their last 12 league contests also flew over that number. Meanwhile, on the Bologna side, their last 3 got over the 2.5 themselves. Give me Napoli plus $1.33, winning this one straight up, and the over 2.5 goals in that match. All right, next contest, we're going to stay in Italian Serie A. I'm talking about Sampdoria squaring off against Cagliari, 1:30 p.m. East. Sampdoria's plus $1 to win it. They're the favorite. They're catching even money. Total's 2.5 juice to the over. The draw's plus 250. If you like Cagliari, they're plus 260 to win it. Now, Cagliari's lost just 1 out of their last 6. And that includes a 4-2 victory over Torino during that span. They also held Lecce and Fiorentina scoreless during that span as well. Cagliari's given up just 0.67 goals per contest in their last 6. They're taking on a Sampdoria club who's dropped 4 out of their last 7, including a 2-1 loss to 10th place Bologna. Sampdoria has won just 10 out of 32 contests this season, and they rank 15th out of 20 teams in scoring. And speaking of the scoring in this one, 10 out of Sampdoria's last 11 got over the total of 2.5 goals. 13 out of their last 16 also got over that number. Give me Cagliari, double chance to win or draw, and the over 2.5 in that match. Next contest, Portuguese Primeira Liga. Morense taking on Pacos de Ferreira. Noontime start on the East Coast. Morense's plus 165. Totals 2.5. Juice to the under. The draw is plus 205. And if you'd like Pacos in the slight upset, they're plus 175 for some money line cash. Now, Pacos is coming off an embarrassing 5-1 loss to Sporting Braga in their last outing. They also lost 2 out of their last 3, including a 1-0 shutout loss to Porto as well. They've given up 8 total goals in their last 3 contests. Pacos is currently 10-17 on the season with 4 draws, and that's good for 13th place out of 18 teams in the Primeira Liga. Pacos also ranks 17th out of 18 teams in total goals allowed, really struggling defensively. Now, Morense, on the other side, they haven't lost a match in their last 5, giving up just 2 total goals during that span. They shut out Belenenses and CD Aves during that short stretch. Morense's only lost just 1 out of their last 13, and they rank 7th in total goals allowed. They're currently in 8th place in the standings, and when it comes to the total in this one, Morense's last 9 straight stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. So with all that said and done, give me Morense plus 165 and the under 2.5 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it's going to be in the English Championship. I'm talking about Birmingham City taking on Charlton Athletic, 1 p.m. East. Birmingham's plus 125. Totals 2.5 juice to the under. The draw's plus 245. And if you like Charlton in this spot here, they're plus $2 in an upset. Now, Charlton's lost 3 out of their last 6, but 2 of their victories during that span came by way of shutout. They shut out the Queen's Park Rangers and Hull City during that stretch, and they also held 6th place Cardiff City scoreless in a 0-0 draw during that span as well. They are taking on a Birmingham squad who's coming off a tough 2-0 shutout loss to 17th place Stoke City. They're currently on a 4-match losing streak, scoring just 1 total goal in 4 matches. They haven't won a match in their last 12 straight, and they averaged only 1 goal per contest during that run. Birmingham City's currently in 17th place out of 24 teams, and they found themselves victorious in only 12 out of 43 total contests. They rank 21st in total goals allowed. And when it comes to the total in this one, we are looking at a Birmingham club who saw 2 out of their last 3 stay under the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, on the other side, 6 out of Charlton's last 7 stayed under that number themselves. So with all that said and done, all told, give me Charlton double chance to win or draw in the under 2.5 in that match. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Tuesday or Wednesday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.